I left my phone, so I had to go back in the house. Go back home. Go do blue glasses today. Okay, hold on. I have to get situated. It's 8:30, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, girlfriend. You shows up, honey. You shows up. You show up. All things beauty. You show up, don't you? If ain't nobody else attending, I better know you gonna be on here. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. I am just getting, I had to come back home to get my phone. I left it. I'm gonna wear the blues today. The bluebird berries. So now what we have is, instead of me having to call the members to let them know I'm on my way, now I can just freaking still got that cough. Instead of calling them, I don't even know which one of these it is. I gotta look and see. I added somebody to the schedule today that I couldn't see yesterday. So when I start my day, now they have on our app, all you have to do is push a button that says I'm on my way. So now you don't have to call and let them know you're on your way. You just click landing. Okay. Now you just click on the button and they'll just automatically get a text message that says I'm on my way. So you don't have to call them, which is great. Oh my God, the garbage truck. Let me get out of here before he trapped me in. Let me go to the end of the little cul-de-sac. I don't want to slow him down for today, and I don't need him slowing me down. So hold on. Let's go. Because it's a little cul-de-sac that I live on, and so I will block him, and I don't want to do that. This one. Just a minute. All right, so good. Back to business. So what I'll do is I gotta put this in order first. So landing, drive, Stover. Yep. So this person canceled yesterday. Just a moment, guys. This is me preparing for my day. I'm going to put her here, make her my second visit. And he got all that trash that quick? That's my first. And then these my... Okay, so I'm going to hit the... I got this all set up. These are my visits in order. And so the job, they put everything in order for you. You don't have to worry about putting it in order. Sometimes they make mistakes. So if you get a schedule and you know the area and it's just, you be like, well, from that address to that address, that don't make sense. Sometimes you can skip over and go and do your own thing, put it in your own order, which I did yesterday. Because, like I said yesterday, they had me going out the way. So, today is the 27th. Go to my first patient and push on my way. Confirm. Alright, she knows I'm on my way. And then I'll put the navigation on. Oh, it only took me 14 minutes to get to her. Oh, they showed out today. Oh my God, I should do this before I start driving because they tripping now. Oh, this right here. Hold on. This might be right. Okay. So what's going on? Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. No, it's not. Hold on, guys, because the navigation. There we go. Sometimes that navigation just acts ignorant. So let me see. Okay, can you guys still hear me? Because sometimes when I do that and navigate out, and when I come back, you guys can't hear me. So before I get to talking, I need to make sure. Okay, good. All right, we got that set. So today, I'm just going to be kicking it with you guys. I looked on, I was looking at some of the Purdue Global group on Facebook, and I also need to go to Capella, and I think I'm going to be doing that often also, going to the groups and seeing what kind of questions people are asking, the common questions, and address those questions. Because it's nothing like being confused or having unanswered questions or feeling like I can't get these answers to these questions from anybody. So I've been there, and so I'm just going to mix it up today. I'm going to be answering some of the questions that I got from the Facebook groups, and I feel bad that I didn't look on the Capella group. I wasn't in the Capella group. I didn't know that the Capella had a Facebook group until I was done. I would have loved to have been a part of that group, but I didn't know. So that's why it didn't dawn on me to go and see if anybody have questions from the Capella group. I'm not even a member in that group. Hopefully they let me join. But so I'm just going to be mixing it up. I'm going to be talking about the health risk assessments. I'm going to be answering questions that people may have. And it's just, I'm just kicking it with y'all on my way to work. So the first thing first I wanted to address, because this is, hold on y'all. So I always keep my iPad. The job gives you and the iPad, they give you the charger, they give you the adapter, and I always keep my iPad charged while I'm driving, because when I first started, the iPad wouldn't last through the day. It would be dying.
Michigan 24 North.
And I'm not about to be going to people's house tomorrow, you got a charger. So I no. So I would have to end my visits. Real quick, I'm back on my black coffee, because as you guys know, black coffee does wonders for your body. There's a lot of health benefits to black coffee, drinking black coffee. So this is my first day. Usually I'm just drinking water, intermittent fasting. I'll drink water until I get off work, and then I'll eat. But I'm gonna drink coffee. I'm back to drinking. I used to drink coffee with honey, black coffee, honey, cinnamon, and lemon. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's actually not. It just tastes like a nice strong tea. So coffee, honey, lemon. Okay. I didn't know when that happened. I just have to look down periodically, and I thought I was looking down periodically, but I just had to reconnect. So I don't know what you guys heard or what you didn't hear, but now let me repeat myself, because once again, I don't know what you guys didn't hear. Anyway, so I was telling you guys, I'm back on my black coffee and water. So I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat anything. I usually just drink water for my whole shift. And then when I get off work, I eat. I used to do black coffee, honey, and cinnamon, and squeeze a lemon in it. Lemon juice, fresh lemon. And that worked wonders. I did that before I went to Jamaica. A couple months before I went to Jamaica, I started doing that, and it really took some inches off my stomach. So that really works. Probably like 2 inches or whatnot, but it works. So, but I wanted to start intermittent fasting, so therefore I didn't do that drink. So as you guys know, just black coffee alone does a lot of wonders. So I'm drinking black coffee. So that's that. Now, back to business. What I was saying is today's live is going to be for the working, the seekers, job seeking people, the students that's just graduate, students that's looking to graduate, that's just started school. This is just a mixture of everything that I just feel like I should address today on a live. So I'm just kicking it with you guys on my way to work. So the first thing that I was saying that I think is very important to address is clinical. Now, I'm going to do a whole separate video about clinicals. It's not going to be a long video, but it's going to be a separate video about clinicals. You should not be paying. You do not have to pay people for clinical to find you clinical sites. Now, if you're lazy, or if you just going to school and your plan is to pay a writing service and let them write your papers, like you don't want to do shit. You've been a nurse for 50 years or and you just feel like you know everything about nursing, so you don't have to write any papers or do any assignments. like you're not going to learn anything because you know everything. Like even if you nursed for 10 years or whatever, you just feel like you know everything, and you're not. You're just going to pay someone, a writing service, to write all your papers for you. I'm just going to find a writing service and give them my login information and let them complete the class for me while I continue working and get my coins and working my overtime. And then I'll study for the exam when it's time. Periodically, when I get home, I'll study for the exam, but I'm just going to pay somebody. So if you're that person where you don't want to do any footwork and you just want to get through the program like that, more power to you. I don't judge anybody. Then go ahead and pay somebody to find you a preceptor. But looking for a preceptor is not as hard as people think it is. It's not. So either you pay thousands of dollars for a preceptor, or you put in a little work that costs nothing yourself, and you find you a preceptor as early as possible. So this is what I did. I went to Corazms or whatever you have to go to see what kind of clinicals you need, and I wrote them all down. Oh, okay, I need a women's health, I need a peds, I need a lifespan, adult, whatever. Those are the clinicals that I need. So I write them down. I go to Google, and for women's health, I type in women's health or OBGYN or whatever. Or for peds, I type in pediatrics near me. So I start off with calling, I'll just go with pediatrics. I start off with pediatrics near me, and I'm Googling it, and I'm writing down everyone near me that I don't mind driving to. So I didn't mind driving like 40 minutes out. So I just wrote down every one of them near me, 40-mile radius, wrote the name, the phone number, the address. Once I got my list, I started calling everybody. You're going to have a long list, but somebody's going to say yes. So you have your little spiel ready. Hey, Angela, looking for a preceptor. I'm in the F&P program at Purdue Global. I need 130 hours to be completed over 2 months or however many weeks. Whatever hours you're available or whatever, you can put that. If you don't know, you just wait until they tell you what hours that they're available to precept you, and then that's that. You just have to do the work. You're gonna Google it, or if you still got the yellow pages, then you use the yellow pages, or whatever you have to do. You find your own preceptor like that. Now with Purdue Global on Course M's, they have all the preceptors that the students have utilized. They have a list of them. And so you click on it, go to Course M's, click on it, and you figure out, like I live in Michigan, so I'm going to go look in Michigan and see all the preceptors for peds. And the good thing is they already have a contract with the school, so it's less, you don't have to go through getting a resume from the doctor, the CV from the doctor, their license and all that. The school has it, so that's one less thing you have to do. Some people said they still had to go through that. I don't understand why they would still have to go through that, but If it's a preceptor on that list, then you can use that preceptor. So you call and you call the preceptor. Hey, I'm a student at Purdue Global. I've seen that some of the students from the school used your site, and I was just wondering if you could precept me or whatever. So it's easy to find your own preceptor. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars, and you need to start looking for your preceptor. You need to get on Google, and you need to start searching for your preceptor ASAP, because it does take a while. And if you don't have a preceptor, then you won't be able to complete that course, because you have to either sit out or go to the next course. I forget exactly what you have to do, but if you don't have the preceptor, then you don't pass that course. You have to have a preceptor, or it's going to put you back. You're going to have to wait. So now you added extra time to the program because you don't have a preceptor. So start early as possible looking for a preceptor. And you have to Google, and you have to write a list. Now, if you then Googled everybody, called everybody in the radius in which you're willing to travel, and nobody has responded, you got that list of the preceptors used and at that school, and nobody is responding, then you're going to have to change your radius and drive a little further. You don't want to have to sit out because you don't have a preceptor. Okay? So don't let that happen to you. Look for a preceptor, and you don't have to pay. And I heard some people say that the preceptors have them cleaning the bathrooms, just cleaning the office, and just doing the most. No, absolutely no. Please do not be gullible. Do not be passive. Do not let anybody run over you. And if you're that person, you got to break that shell, because in this field, in no field, you cannot let people run over you. You're not supposed to be cleaning offices and cleaning toilets. That's additional. Oh, you want me to clean it? Let's talk about the fee. If you have the time, let's talk about, you can hire me to, clean your office and clean the bathrooms. But if not, you don't need to be cleaning nobody's toilets and stuff. That's not what you're there for. You're there to learn, see patients, and get ready for charting. To chart do your assignments, or chart in your core Zims or whatever. You're not there to be a maid. That was just wild when I heard that. So don't go out like that. Okay? So that's that. And I actually wrote a list, and you guys know I never write a list, but I wrote a list because I didn't want to forget nothing. So, day in the clinical. So what you should be doing on a clinical, when you go to clinicals, you find a preceptor, now you're in clinicals. What you should be doing, you shouldn't be shy about seeing patients. First of all, the patients don't look at you like you're little, like you're nothing. Some of the patients call you doctor. A lot of them call you doctor. So don't go in there, just go in there with confidence, because they respect you. So don't be the person that's trying not to go see the patients. This is what you're going to school for. This is what you're going to do for your career. You're going to see patients. So see as many patients as you can. I used to see as many patients as I can. I want to get as much experience as I can and get comfortable with asking questions and seeing patients. So be front and center. So you should be going in, asking a patient, what's your concerns? The chief complaint, you should be asking them that. Hey, I'm on Zoloft, 25 milligrams for depression. I'm still depressed. I don't know, maybe you can help me. And I have a little bit of anxiety. Then you have to write your notes. Get your notes together real quick. Just something quick. Jot down things. They're going to get the vitals for you, so you don't have to worry about getting any vitals. Sometimes you might have to get the blood pressure, because the doctor likes to get, if the blood pressure is out of whack. It's dry in here. If the blood pressure is out of whack, then the doctor would want to get another blood pressure, and he may ask you to get a blood pressure. If somebody is there and they complain about their ears, he might ask you to get the otoscope and look in the ear. Otoscope, whatever. And you may have to look in the ears. So be prepared. Know how to do a blood pressure reading, and know how to look in someone's ear, because those are two things that the preceptor may have you do while they're sitting there talking to the patient. So the preceptors, they have all the students come in the room with them while they see the patient, unless the patient say, I don't want any students. Don't get offended if the patient say they don't want any students. Just think about if you went to the doctor and you wanted to talk about something personal. You don't want a room full of students looking at you, So don't get offended when people say that they don't want any students. It's no disrespect to you. They just don't want any students. So if they have samples of medication, they may have you run out in the room and go get a sample of a medication. If they need something from the front desk, they may have you run out and go get it and bring it back to them or whatnot. So, but you are going to be actually seeing patients in your clinical rotation. You can wait a week or two till you feel comfortable going in there yourself, but I would be front and center and going to see those patients and get my experience. That's what you're there for. If then at the end, they're going to have to do an evaluation on you. So you want to kind of stand out in a good way, because they're going to do it. They're going to ask questions about how you were you on time, how were you dressed. Don't go in there all wrinkled and stuff. When I went, I was like, they would say I was best dressed. So you go in there looking professional. Don't go in there look wrinkled clothes. Just smoked a cigarette on your ride to clinical. Now you smell like cigarettes when you go in there. Check your face. Make sure it's before you get out the car. Make sure you don't have any boogers in your eyes, and just look professional when you go in there. That's that. And they're gonna ask, will they hire you to work if you apply. So make sure that you leave a good impression. Okay. What else I have on my list? The stupid Oculus assignment. I think that is a stupid assignment. I think that is disrespectful. I think that I can go on and on about how they should not have that Oculus assignment. It's just, first of all, everybody is not computer savvy. Everybody don't know how to work that BS. Like, how can you got older people in this program who went from paper charting, retired because they had to do electronic EMR. But then you just got some young people like I like when I got the Oculus assignments, and it was horrible. It was horrible. y'all just gonna send that to everybody and say you got assignments. And the weight for those Oculus assignments are heavy. Like that, but I'll talk about it. But that was a little disrespectful and like inconsiderate. So those are like, one time I was doing an assignment, I lost the microphone. I was looking all around in the Oculus and couldn't find the microphone that you have to hold to ask your questions and push a button or some crap. And I couldn't find it. And I happened to look up in the ceiling, and there was the microphone in the ceiling. It's like, are you serious? So I didn't know how to get our microphone out of the air, in the ceiling, out the ceiling. So I had to start the whole assignment over. I just had a hard time with that, and I'm so glad that I'm done with that. And I feel so bad for those of you who have to do that assignment. Like, that is horrible. Now, if you already have an Oculus and you know how to use it, maybe it won't be that hard for you, especially if you're younger, whatever the case. Or if you just catch on to electronic stuff easily, you're good. But for those of us that don't, it's going to give you a little bit of hell until you get used to it. So I got a tip, though. I have a tip for you for the Oculus assignment. So I used to ask the questions and wait for the person to respond. And then when you do the Oculus, it's going to scare you a little bit, because the person in front of you is just it's going to look like a live person that you're actually in the office talking to. And so it's going to be a little spooky. And they get smart just like regular patients do sometimes. It's realistic. So I used to ask them the questions, because they have a list of questions for you to ask. And so they're recording these. Oh God, I couldn't stop. So they're recording these questions that you ask, and then that's how you get graded, off of the questions, making sure you're asking all the questions. So I got a little smart. Okay, so I gotta make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. I got a little smart. I would ask the questions, and then when the patient begins to respond to the question, I'll go ahead and ask the next question. So that's how you get done with that assignment fast. If not, it's going to take freaking 45 minutes to an hour to get done with that. So you ask the patient a question. Like I said, they have a list of questions for you to ask. You ask the patient the question, and you release the button you have to push the microphone button, ask the question. Then when you're done, you release it, and then the patient answers the question. And it's a board. Make sure that you see your question being put on that board. So, how was your day? It's a board. Make sure it says, how was your day? And then the patient begins to talk. As soon as the patient begins to talk, you ask the next question. You don't listen for the response. You ask the next question. You ask the next. And I don't know. Like I said, when I learned that at the end. So you really need to ask the questions, get familiar with them responding, and because it is a learning tool.
Turn left onto Mayfield Road
or whatnot. But I had already mastered it, so at the end, it was no point in me I had to do a shortcut. So that's the shortcut. You hold the microphone, ask the question, release it. When they start to answer, you ask the next question. You don't wait. And that's how you get through that Oculus assignment faster. Sorry, guys. But I did good in the class. I did pretty well. Okay, so I learned a lot. And when I went to clinical rotation, I was front and center seeing the patients. So I got my experience in person, in the real world. Okay, so that's that. And your soap notes. So the weekly assignment soap notes. I did. You guys just check out my F&P. My F&P playlist is going to have everything you need to know in there, and it's the same for psych. The same assignments, not the same assignments because it's psych versus family, but the way the weekly assignments, how it's set up, it's the same. So you're going to get more information in my psychiatric playlist. It's some good information definitely in there, but the stuff that I didn't put in there is because it's in the F&P, on the F&P playlist. So I would advise you guys to watch both of them. And I talk about the assignments and everything. I talk about the soap notes. I talk about everything that I'm talking about today. You just have to watch the playlist, and I'll answer almost every question. I've seen a lot of people in the student groups were complaining about the quizzes, how they failed the quizzes. Well, I failed every quiz. You can fail the quizzes. They don't hold that much weight. It's 5 points out of 1,000. So, and what I told you guys before, you can jack off 100 points and get 900 points and still get an A out the class. So you can fail every quiz and still get an A out the class. It's 1,000 points. If you jack off 200 points, you still have 800 points, and that's still a B out of the class. Now what I would do is I would immediately, so I know I got 100 points that I can jack off. After I did those, did the Excel track and wrote all those papers, especially coming from Capella and then coming to Purdue and writing all those papers, I was like, I'm overwriting papers. So when I had access to my what is it called, Brightspace, I don't know what it's called anymore, it's D2L, whatever. I'm sorry guys, but when I could go log in to my class, I would look at the assignments, all the assignments, and see how much they weigh and see which ones. So I know I can jack off 100 points. Oh, I see I have a paper that I have to write that's worth 50 points. Oh, well, I got 100 points I can jack off, or 200 if I don't care about getting a B. And I'm not going to do that assignment. So I would already know which assignments I'm going to skip. And that's what I would do. Once again, I already done this stuff. I knew it, and I was like, enough is enough. I have to find not shortcuts, but I have to make my educational experience a little easier.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Flint
because
River
it's all
Road.
stressful. A little bit. All those, it's easy assignments, but they're repetitive. The same assignments every week. Okay? And then papers, I'm not gonna lie, I just was overwriting papers. Like, no.
Turn left onto Flint
After you
River
do the
Road.
Excel track, it shouldn't be no more papers for you to write. I done wrote all the papers, and now I got some class assignments, and y'all want me to write more papers? I don't know that I can do that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie.
Continue on Flint River Road for 3/4 of a mile.
And is taking 2 classes at one time doable? Yes. Please take 2 classes at one time. Can you work? And the reason, so I was able to work and go to school. I had a midnight job, and I took care of a lady at her home. So I'm in a country now, so I don't know if my service is going to start acting up. But anyway, I'm almost done because I'm about to pull up at my member's house anyway. But I had what was I saying? Oh, I had a midnight job. I took care of a lady at her home. I went there, helped her get into bed, and for the whole shift, I just checked on her and I just did my homework. And that's how I got through it. If you have a job that where you can do your homework, you know, if you don't have kids, if you do have kids, if you can't go part-time from
In a
your
quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
with working and stuff, then maybe 2 classes, may not. But remind you, I had a Aiden, a little baby, and I was working, and I was able to do 2 classes at one time. Capella, you know, I was doing 4 classes at one time, 5 if I could. Like,
Your destination is on the left.
Excel track is always been for me. How the hell do you get in here? Oh. Excel track is always for me, and when it's time to excel and get done, I like to get done. So it's doable. So don't get discouraged. And you can do path and farm together. I did, because like I said, the assignments are repetitive. So therefore, oh God, some of these houses I'll be like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to? Okay, Red Sox fans only, reserved for Detroit Tiger fans only. God's got this. I don't know. Okay, so I'm here. And books was the last thing I was to talk about. Books. I never bought books for no school, except for Excelsior, because I had to teach myself. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anything. They said these are the books that you need to study with, and good luck. Teach yourself when you're ready to. When you feel like you're ready to test, go to a testing center and test out the nursing class. So that's the only time I had books, because I had to buy books, because I had to teach myself the RN program, which is the hardest thing I ever done in my life. But I did teach myself well enough where I was able to go take the NCLEX, pass the NCLEX on the first attempt, only having to answer the minimum amount of questions. So it's doable. Okay. So I am here. Like I said, I'm going to try to get those recorded videos out for Wednesdays. I should be able to do one this weekend. I just didn't want to do it coughing. So my coughing's getting better. And it should be all good. But I'm signing out. Let me see. There's probably a lot of spam in here, but let me see. I finally caught you live. I work overnights. My text messages will come through at 9. I want to know, sign up with the company you work for. Okay, to do the visits. Okay, sounds good. I will send you a message with my contact information. Hello. I've been following you since Excelsior. I went to Capella, now Purdue, and I graduated in November. Yay. A lot of my people graduate in November. Good. Hello. Hi, how are you? Beautiful. You drive or you talk with us. Are you there or you don't answer my questions? What is going on? That must be a troll. Hey, girlfriend, Miss Vincent. Hey, Kahana. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And I'm working on a t-shirt line. My nephew is at the house getting that all together for me, setting up my account. Hopefully I get some t-shirt sweaters out with some of my favorite sayings, and it's just personality, business, professional, but you know, you guys will see. I did send some of you guys a little link for my son. He's doing a fundraiser. I did post it on and excuse me, I did post it here on YouTube in my videos. So if you guys, the least you can donate is $10. If you guys can donate $10, just you have to copy the URL and paste it in your browser, because maybe I have to put it in the description so people can just tap on it. But I'm trying to raise as much money for the school as I can. And if he's one of the people that raises the most money, he get to be principal for the day. And he's really excited and hoping for that. And I don't know, he might not win, but and I just want to try to donate as much as I can so he'll be happy. I think he's going to be sad if he doesn't win and it's not able to be principal for the day, because he's looking forward to it. But it's for a good cause. Watch the video. He read, he's a good reader. That was him reading from like a proctor, but I had papers. I had written it on a paper, and he was reading from it. He's a great reader. He's doing excellent in school, and he deserves everything because he's a good kid, and he's very loving, and he loves people, and he deserves everything. He deserves it. But please, if you can just donate $10, that would be awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. But um, that's just some of you guys who just say thank you by doing that. I would really, really appreciate it. Um, you guys, it's Fund Run. You'll see the video. Just look at my page and go to videos, and you'll see the video. I think I put it under Aiden playlist. I love you guys. Thanks for your support. I'm so happy to help you guys. I'm so happy to guide you guys. I'm so happy to take the stress out of looking for a school, doing these assignments. If I can help you guys in any way, that is my goal. Because like I said, when I started, it was so stressful, and I could not find no, when I was in Excelsior, I couldn't find not one single real person that could give me the information that I needed to get through school. And so that's why I started this channel. And it's a few other people who give information, but honestly, no shade, I don't feel like nobody is putting out the content like I do, because I don't keep nothing. I don't, I'm not trying to benefit from you guys. I know you guys are working students, and I was struggling while I was going to school. So that's why I wasn't paying for a preceptor, and I just didn't have the money to be paying, everybody for everything. So my information is free. Just support me by donating the $10 to my son fundraiser. Like I said, it's under Aiden's playlist, and you'll see him talking about the fundraiser. And just support me with when I get the merch out there, and you guys can support me that way. Something that you guys, what I like about the merch is you guys are supporting me and saying thank you to me, but you're getting something, even though you're getting something in return when I'm talking to you and sharing the information, but you'll be getting something physically in return. And I plan on having some nice merchandise. So you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for kicking it with me this morning. And I might just jump on tomorrow morning. I don't know. But it's always spare the moment. But the Wednesdays, I'm going to try to do every Wednesday. Goodbye.